Welcome to this week's episode of Entrepreneur Interview Series on EntreJourn, a platform for all the entrepreneurs out there looking for a community to share their journeys, highs and lows. EntreJourn encourages entrepreneurs to talk about their mental struggle, resilience, and help each other learn and grow from them. Today we have with us Varun Todi, the founder of Oye Happy. Varun is an entrepreneur who believes in making this world a better place full of harmony and joy. Oye Happy is one of India's leading surprise portals, started with a simple thought: helping people make special occasion a little extra special with gifts and experiences. They have gathered an extraordinary team of happiness scientists who work every day with a simple thought in mind: to make gifts more fun. They don't source boring decorative items or toys from wholesalers. Instead, they create every gift from scratch, like a 24-hour hamper naming a star after your loved one or a prank glitter bomb. So it is as unique as your loved one. Welcome, Varun. Thank you for joining us in this demystifying the stigma around mental well-being.
Thanks a lot, Shelby. It's a very beautiful introduction. And it's nice to see that you've done your research and have copied excerpts from different places and put them together.
I just say, Oye Happy is consistently rising the ladder, and congratulations on that. But why did you choose entrepreneurship, and were you aware of the good, bad challenges, all the mental struggles that you will have to battle out every single day?
No, not really. Entrepreneurship just happened to happen. It wasn't planned. It was never a dream that I'll have my own startup in any form. It was an idea which was exciting. It was never a business idea when we started. This was more out of passion and out of fun. But when money started pouring in, it seemed like, hey, there's more to it than just a hobby. And it turned into a business all by itself. Now, it's more of a structured startup approach or a business approach to this than earlier.
Multitasking different responsibility, like you often do, lead to a lot of stress. How do you keep up your mental health and continue to move forward?
How do I keep up my mental health? I don't think it's... mental pressure arises in very difficult situations. Regular, every day, if a person is stressful for work, then that work is not really meant for you. So let's say twice or thrice a year, when difficult times do happen, be it in business or in personal life or anywhere else, the first step is to embrace that this is what it is. Accept the problem the way it is. That's always the first step. So you don't live in deniability, or you don't try to hide away from it or put it under the carpet. For me, that's always been the most important step to fighting a challenge. Once you've accepted that yes, this is a problem, yes, I'm in it, yes, I have to figure a way out, then it's easier to look at the problem from an outsider's perspective, break it down into smaller problems and then fix them. So initial years of Oye Happy were a bit of struggle and because of the entire how overwhelming it could get as a novice in this field. But now I think we are all a lot more accustomed to handle stress and pressure in a more detached manner.
That's quite a valuable advice that you gave us to break down the problem and solve it. So were there times where your mental health affected your work, family, and everyone around you? How did you cope up with that? And what was the role of your family in those times?
Coping up is I'm sure it's different for different people. For me, I like to go in my shell. I cocoon myself for a while. After, of course, embracing that I'm not going through a good phase and I need to just relax a little bit, take a step back. So there, my family, in terms of my wife, because I only live with her right now, she's extremely supportive because she also needs understand that I need the space at that moment. So yeah, I think if you are in a good space where the people around you understand that you are a little untouchable at the moment, and if they allow you that space, it becomes much easier to deal with what you're going through.
We definitely need that one person to go back to and talk it out.
Yeah.
One quality of yours that was working against you in this whole journey of yours, and how did you manage that weakness of yours?
I would take it too personally earlier, that why must it happen to me, when things were going so right, and treating a business issue as a part of my personal problem, which is not the case. A stress at office is meant to be stress at work, and it should not be brought back home, which I used to earlier. That's something I've made a very conscious effort of not doing, and it has definitely helped. Now, when I come back home, no matter what the crisis might be in office, unless it's Herculean in nature, I don't usually bring the stress back, and that kind of helps a lot. That's been a learning lesson for me, which my wife has been responsible for, because she could see that I'm struggling at home, and then we had a conversation about this, and I've started consciously not blending the both of them, and that has helped.
True. We all have our sets of problems, but what really matters is how we deal with it.
Absolutely.
So, Varun, success की definition आपके लिए क्या है?
Contentment.
Contentment.
If
So,
you're content with what you achieved, yeah.
So ऐसा कभी हुआ पास में कि you felt like giving up and saying, no, I'm done?
Yeah, of course. You won't be in a business if you don't feel like that. It has, but it's always been short-lived. It is going to happen, and no matter what you do. Whether you go gymming and then you enjoy yourself and like, shit, that's it, I'm not going to the gym again. If you have a big fight with your spouse and like, that's it, fuck this relationship. So that's a part of everything that you do.
So how did you deal with it? I'm really intrigued to know that.
It's work. At the end of the day, it's a life that I've chosen. Just because it is throwing troubles at you does not mean that the only solution is to quit and run away. Of course, I'm not against the idea of quitting. I think there's nothing wrong with stopping something which is not working out for you. But for us, or for me personally, there has never been a doubt that I'm in a good space, that I love the job, that I love the business, there's good potential. And any hindrance is just an hindrance after all, and we have to figure out a way out of it. So I've never really been overwhelmed with the thought that I have to quit and just get rid of it. That has never been the case.
Okay, that's great to hear. Any advice that you would give your past self कि ऐसा करो, ऐसा मत करो, as an entrepreneur?
Deniability mein mat raho, yeah. As you know, it's a thing that I've seen in a lot of entrepreneurs also, especially when they start, is they only want to hear and see the things that they want to hear and see. That sometimes we tend to hide from some bitter truths and bitter facts because it does not suit the vision that we've created for ourselves in our heads. And that's the only advice for me and for others that I also mentor is accept every weakness in your business model, in you, in the people around you, so that it'll be a lot easier to work your way around it then.
This entrepreneurship, this is a whole new term for India right now, in general. So do you have some kind of advice you could give us as to how to start and how to keep on following your passion?
See, I mean, what you guys are doing is also a startup in a way, right? It's a new initiative. I mean, I don't really have any advice as such. Every business and every entrepreneur thinks differently, but don't think too much, especially for you. It's a new business. Businesses tend to grow organically. So just karam karo, phal ki chinta mat karo for the first couple of years at least, and things will work out automatically.
And is it the same for all the young people out there thinking to start their own business as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we spend way too much time thinking and planning and thinking again and planning again and just wasting so much time in the process. I think the best way to learn is on the job and on the field. So if you have a good idea, just start and learn along the way.
Definitely. Okay. After all these great advice and food for thought wale answers, let's have a quick round of de-stressing. Okay, you good with that?
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So here are the rules. I'll ask you a question, and without thinking too much about it, the first word that comes into your mind, you just speak it out. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Let's start. Your favorite de-stressing activity?
Swimming.
What is your biggest strength?
I'm very relaxed as a person. I'm very patient.
What is you're currently obsessed with?
I'm reading a book called Realm of the Elderlings. It's a universe of 25 books, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm on 22nd, so I'll be quite depressed after it gets over.
I can totally relate to that when books get over. If you could go to any place, be it the past, the present, the future, where would you go?
No, I'd stay right here. I'm in a very good space right.
Okay, so इस इंटरव्यू को आप 3 शब्दों में बताएंगे तो वो क्या होंगे?
Important, because of the topic that you have considered. People don't usually talk about it. Intriguing, of course. It's a very interesting topic. Third is it's entertaining. Good way to start a Sunday.
Definitely. So describe your style in one word.
Style doesn't, I didn't understand that part.
Anything, your beat, your how the way you work, you interact, या आपके कपड़े पहनने का style, your fashion sense.
Lazy. I'm a very lazy boy. So yeah, that's my. If you ever interview my wife, she will completely agree with me on this.
Thank you for your time, and we are extremely grateful to you. Hope this conversation would help our audience out there, the budding, the struggling, and the established entrepreneurs, to give their highest priority to mental health and well-being.
Thanks a lot. And like I've mentioned, I do appreciate the area you're venturing into, talking about mental health, especially among entrepreneurs. So I do hope that it does inspire, and I look forward to watching other interviews also and perhaps learn from them.
Thank you. With this, we have come to an end to this week's episode. Do like, share, and hit the subscribe button down below for further updates.